Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, over 1,600 people will benefit from the government's annual tuition scholarship. This was announced by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves while speaking on radio this week. This number is a significant increase compared to last year's figure of just under 1,300 beneficiaries. We hear more from the Prime Minister.
I also want to announce that the tuition scholarships, over 1,600 people apply. I'm talking about the university tuition scholarships. This is just one form of assistance. Last year, we gave about 1,300 tuition scholarships. The number is going to increase this year. My approach of the 1,600, once you have your matriculation qualifications to enter, and all your documents are in place, and you have acceptance to the university and everything of that sort, I will say, let's roll with the numbers. I have to find the money. It's part of the education revolution. It certainly would not be less than last year.
That was the Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. Scholarship awards were made available for undergraduate and postgraduate programs for studies primarily at institutions within the Caribbean. Each scholarship covers the cost of tuition only for one academic year and carry a maximum value of $25,000. Local medical programs carry a maximum value of $10,000. In a continuing effort to aid residents affected by Hurricane Beryl, the Rotary family in St. Vincent and the Grenadines conducted a second Rotary Village Doctor program on Sunday, August 4th. This follow-up to a similar initiative held on July 14, 2024, aimed to provide much-needed medical care and support to the island's residents. According to an official release, the recent program took place aboard the Beckway Express 3, with substantial support from a diverse group of partners. A dedicated team of 9 physicians and 7 medical students worked diligently to provide care for 130 patients. The medical professionals specializing in pediatrics, psychology, ophthalmology, and odontology offered free consultations and treatments. Additionally, the accompanying pharmacy dispensed medications at no cost to the patients. Beyond medical services, non-medical volunteers distributed essential household items, clothing, and water to shelters and homes across the island. Still on the local scene, over $3 million will be spent on SVG's annual cleanup program, which will see approximately 5,000 workers employed. The commencement of the program was announced by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves earlier this week. Last year's program saw over 5,600 people employed across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We hear more from the Prime Minister.
Right now, today, we are starting the cleanup. We normally do a cleanup before the back to school. This is separate from Beryl. Beryl cleanup is a much larger, more expensive project, particularly in the Grenadines, the Southern Grenadines in particular, Union most of all. But the regular cleanup, where we're employing about 5,000 workers on the cleanup for the short period of time, plus the truckers, over $3 million.
That was the Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. Last year's annual summer road cleaning program, which was a collaborative effort between the Roads, Buildings, and General Services Authority (BRAGSA) and the Economic Planning Division of the Ministry of Finance, employed 5,633 people, including 499 gangs and 643 jobbers, who were in charge of tree cutting and road cleaning in all 15 constituencies. Over 100 trucks and conductors were also awarded contracts. The cost of the 8-day program was $3 million. On to news in the region. The Caribbean Public Health Agency CARPHA has urged regional countries to adopt a comprehensive approach to supporting breastfeeding, reinforcing the International Code of Marketing of Breast Milk Substitutes and the 10 steps to successful breastfeeding. This call comes in observance of World Breastfeeding Week. CARFA emphasized that breastfeeding is crucial for child nutrition, health, and survival, reducing risks of malnutrition, non communicable diseases, and mortality. Breastfed infants have a lower risk of obesity and type 2 diabetes, while breastfeeding women face reduced risks of postpartum obesity, type 2 diabetes, ovarian cancer, and breast cancer. This year's World Breastfeeding Week theme, Closing the Gap Breastfeeding Support for All, highlights the need to enhance support for breastfeeding at home, in communities, and workplaces, especially during emergencies. CAFA also urged governments to implement breastfeeding friendly policies in public spaces and workplaces, including maternity and paternity leave and designated breastfeeding areas. CAFA said it will continue working with member states to develop comprehensive national policies on infant and young child feeding, ensuring breastfeeding support across society for the best start in life for Caribbean children. On Tuesday, a police team from the Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division (FNID), part of the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch (CTOC), carried out an anti-narcotics operation in Upper St. Andrew, Jamaica, leading to the arrest of 5 Jamaican men and the seizure of a large quantity of a substance believed to be cocaine. During the raid, officers, with support from other units, apprehended the suspects and confiscated several knitted bags suspected to contain the illegal substance. The seized substance weighed 2,526 kilograms and is estimated to have a street value of US $75,792,000, according to a police statement released on Wednesday. The contents of the bags are currently being processed, and further updates will be provided as the investigation continues. The police emphasized that this operation underscores their ongoing commitment to combating narcotics and firearms trafficking in Jamaica. On the international scene, Iran's acting foreign minister has stated that Iran will respond to the killing of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh at the right time and in an appropriate manner. The statement was made during an emergency meeting of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation (OIC) in Saudi Arabia, convened to discuss Iran's response to Haniyeh's assassination in Tehran, which Iran and its allies attribute to Israel, though Israel has not commented. The OIC issued a statement holding Israel quote-unquote fully responsible for the attack but did not endorse any military response from Iran. Tensions have escalated in the Middle East since the killing, with fears of further conflict. The US has urged Iran to refrain from escalating the situation, emphasizing that further conflict would exacerbate regional problems. Diplomatic efforts are ongoing with leaders from the US, France, and other countries urging restraint from both Iran and Israel. Finally, in sports, Arsenal continued their preseason preparations with an impressive 4-1 win over German champions Bayer Leverkusen at Emirates Stadium. The Gunners, playing their first home game since the final day of last season, raced into an early 2-0 lead through goals by Alexander Zinchenko and Leandro Trossard. Gabriel Jesus capitalized on a loose Leverkusen throw-in to run clear and make it 3-0 before the interval. Leverkusen, who finished unbeaten in last season's Bundesliga, claimed a late consolation through Adam Solsek. Arsenal are at home again on Sunday when they face Lyon in the Emirates Cup. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 o'clock for WEFM's 3 p.m. news. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Quartz St. Vincent Limited.
It's out for the header slowly. 10.7. Get ready for the games at Courts. Watch it, feel it, hear it, get it. Top brands at unbeatable prices. Save up to 30% on smart TVs. Get everyday low prices starting at just $499. Spruce up your patio with savings. Up to 30% on patio sets. Plus, get a free Mala chair with every purchase of a Mala combo loan set. Shop now and pay later. Only at Courts, bringing value home.
Smart shippers choose the affordable, speedy, highly efficient, and trusted Standard Shippers for pickup, delivery, and door-to-door services worldwide. For more than 40 years, Standard Shippers, first in services in Vincent and the Grenadines, all points in the Caribbean, and select